What's up? What's up, C10 Nation? A little different. Gonna record right to the Mac. My mic and mixer aren't being friends, so I've got Chase on my right, I've got Beau on my left, and we're sitting down. We're gonna talk a little C10 R3, which is Red Rock Retreat, and this is a first year event coming up in 2025, May 17th, up in Moab, Utah. Beautiful Moab, Utah. You guys have had a couple years of some fun. I came up to the 25-year anniversary thing last year on the Capitol. Great job. Glad to see that you guys are doing your own thing, and of course, I want to support it. And the community, we want to support it. So stoked to have you two, amazing ambassadors to our family, the community, and representing Utah. So Chase and Beau, thanks for taking time to talk about the Red Rock Retreat.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
So you decided to do your own show, and what a great place to have one up in Utah. You guys have got amazing just weather, topography, people, and Moab. So did you think about doing something in like Salt Lake, or what was the draw to head over to Moab?
We did. That's the first conversation we had. We actually sat down at breakfast one morning, Bo and I and our wives, and Bo said, "No, we should do this in Moab." I've got a personal connection with Moab, and so we thought we'd bring it back there, bring it full circle, give back to the community of Moab. It's a beautiful, iconic place. Our license plates have delicate arch on it, and so it's world renowned, and we wanted to show everybody a different part of Utah, a very beautiful part of Utah.
Yeah, yeah, it is a beautiful. I had the I guess I was fortunate enough to head up there during a Jeep thing about 20, I guess it's coming up on 20 years ago, but from Moab Easter Jeep Safari. And obviously we're not going to be doing quite a bit as much off-road. Where is it going to be at? And are we going to be in the Red Rocks? Are we going to be in the mountains? What kind of break that down for us?
We are. So Moab is nestled right in the middle of red cliffs, and it's about 2 miles from the entrance to Arches National Park. The show takes, yep, Canyonlands National Park, right by Dead Horse Point State Park, and it's beautiful, beautiful country. The show takes place at Swanee Park, which is right in the middle of town. And like I said, just red cliffs on both sides of towns.
Yeah, it's just nestled right in the middle of everything of Moab. Like you're right in the middle of town, restaurants, bars, shops, all within walking distance of Swanee Park. It's perfect. It's a great location. And then, like Chase said, we're only 20 minutes from any adventure in Moab you want to do. Moab's like just this mecca of adventure. I mean, rafting, biking, hiking, jeeping, four-wheeling. I mean, anything you can imagine is down there.
Well, now, just so you know, C10ing.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
We've been rocking the C10s down there every April with the car show. So it's been wrecked, but not to this magnitude. This will be the mecca.
Was it hard because there is such I would feel like even just finding a weather weekend in Moab is tough. Was that challenging to work with Moab to find that right time?
We had to go down there. We met with the city council, with the mayor, the chief of police, the Parks and Rec people, and they've all been great and very welcoming. We put on a presentation, let them know what we wanted to do there. And when they realized that we were coming there for a good cause and to give back to the city, they've been open arms and been working with us the whole way. And actually was just chatting with the sheriff yesterday. He's got a 62 C10 that he's restoring. He's going to have it out there at the show, and that's pretty bitching the support we're receiving from the city.
I hope you charge him double for his registration. All right, so registration opens January 1st.
January 1st at noon.
And then there's a charity behind this, and for the audience, I'll let Chase kind of go into that. We've had Chase on his own episode 273, but I think what you're doing, not only just giving us another show, giving us a great show in Utah. Again, I'm starting to kind of I'll get on a little bit of a soapbox, but you kind of have the mom and pop Ace Hardwares out there, and then you have the Walmarts and the Home Depots. So you have your bigger shows and these smaller shows, even though they might not be that smaller compared to the amount of attendees, but I feel like there's a personality to them, and this Red Rock Retreat is going to be, I can already tell, there's going to be some personality there, and I think that's what I would like to tell the community is if you're looking for personality, then these shows are doing that for you. And whether it's the mom and pop breakfast joint versus Denny's or the Ace Hardware versus Home Depot, the Walmarts of the world, so on and so forth. So I think the biggest thing is supporting these shows that have this personality and bringing the people together. And what you're doing is exactly that.
Thank you. And so the whole idea behind the Red Rock Retreat, as many of you know, episode 273, I had a very serious accident in Moab, Utah. The Grand County Search and Rescue Team rappelled down the cliff where I had fell. They saved my life, flew me out, life flighted me out to Grand Junction, Colorado, met with my parents, comforted them. And then about 6 months later, completely wrote off their bill, which at that point was over $2,000. And so coming back to Moab is about giving back. We've chosen the Grand County Search and Rescue Team as the recipient of the charity benefit. Every dime from this show above and beyond operating costs will go back to the Grand County Search and Rescue Team. Beau and I will not make a dime. We may possibly lose money, but we're okay with that. The charity raffle is going to support them. Speaking with the sheriff just yesterday, he told me they do have a taxpayer portion of the funding for their team, but if they want to bring on somebody new, volunteers, training, and equipment, that's all done through donations. And so here we are. We're ready to contribute and to make a difference there.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I'm sure for the audience, there's a 501c3. So when you're giving to these search and rescues, and obviously as a firefighter, we have a 501c3. We deal with this stuff all the time at work, trying to, the bottom line is people pass the pot. So whether it's through clergy, whether it's through family and friends, or again, just a group like this, that you get the pass in the pot. And then, that's where that 501c3 makes sure that when you're donating to people, they're accountable for that. So for all of us to get together, support Chase, support Beau, support C10 Club Utah, and get behind it. It's bigger than just getting together for a truck show. We're just lucky that we have people that are doing that and saying, hey, we're going to get together for a truck show. We're going to get together in beautiful Moab, Utah, at the Swanee Park in downtown, and we're going to break bread, beer, and talk trucks and people. And so what are you anticipating when you think about this Swanee Park? I mean, is this a 250 show? Is this a 500? Is this something where do you care or what can you handle at Swanee Park?
I think we can fit 400 trucks. We're going to hold registration back to probably between 300 and 350. We don't want it to be too big. Just like you said, we want it to be a small fill kickback show. This one thing that I love about going to the reunion is that you've capped it at size, and it keeps that really chill feel. You get to see all your friends in their trucks, and you get to talk to all the vendors, and that's kind of the vibe we want to keep with our show as well.
Keeps it low key,
For sure. It's fun. It's the other thing I hear a lot is that you could see all the trucks. If you're there to see the people, if you're there to see the trucks, that you can kind of accomplish both of those things. Exactly. And I think we're just blessed. It's really what it comes down to is sitting there, and it is so funny how the trucks become secondary to what we have going on. You get there, you want a truck, you want to hang, but then you end up finding yourself talking to the people, and you're also giving everybody another option. What do you think about the perspective of, should guys come in or should people come in a day or two early? What would you say if you're like, hey, show's Friday, Saturday, we're going to do a cruise. I think you got a Slosh Tubs cruise thing, dinner thing, and that's Friday. And then why don't you get into that first, and then I'll circle back on coming up early or staying late.
Yeah, so Friday, we are very lucky. Mike and Sarah Losh got on board really early on this. Slosh Tubs has sponsored our cruise to the Red Cliffs. That's the event that's taking place Friday night. We're going to be cruising up Highway 128 up to Red Cliffs Lodge, which is just a beautiful resort surrounded by red cliffs right on the Colorado River. We've rented out the Cowboy River deck. We're going to have a barbecue there, cash bar, live music. It'll be just a great chill way to start the weekend.
Red Cliffs is such an iconic thing for Moab as well. As you might know, they filmed a ton of westerns down in Moab. Western like fest was Moab. So like
John Wayne.
Yeah, everything John, any western you can imagine. But Red Cliffs Lodge really embodies that, and the drive up there is just stunning. Like you will be amazed at how beautiful
it's going to be pretty bitchin'. I was talking to Brian from Grinder TV today. He's going to be there capturing that all on video for us. We're going to get some unbelievable footage, and CK Truck Magazine making the trip down there. They're going to have features for our guys, which is important for me that our guys can still get out there and print and keep Utah on the front burner, even though we're losing another big show here in town.
Yeah, I think it'll be, and again, for you guys out there making the trek, you're going to be able to possibly once in a lifetime, I don't know whether, you're like, hey, I haven't been to Moab and I'm going to make this my yearly trek and I want to get pictures of my truck, and you might switch out trucks from year to year. I'm talking to Byron, so C10 Truck Nut. That guy brings another, just every year he's been to the reunion, his high level of trucks, and I love his vision. And I'm like, bring a new truck every year to get, in the backdrop of Moab. And what a rad place to do it in. Take those pictures. So how far is that drive?
That cruise is 14 miles up Highway 128. It'll probably be about a half an hour cruise.
Easy driving though. Nice paved roads all the way up. I mean, there's pull offs right off the river, photo ops. I mean, but the roads, it's a really easy drive. Beautiful, like cars, iconic, just cruising up the Red Cliffs.
So it sounds like if you can come up maybe Thursday, be there Thursday, spend the night Thursday night, chill on Friday, get yourself up early, get some good, first light shots, get some shots throughout town, check it out. And then what time is this slosh drive, or what time are we doing this?
So we're going to meet at 6 p.m. There's a park and ride right at the bottom of the canyon. We'll meet at the mouth of the canyon at 6 p.m. and then head up. The event up at the Red Cliffs will start about 6:30. We'll be there till about 9:30 that night.
Okay. Yeah, and again, it'll be mid-May, so sun will be up quite a while there, and we'll have time to it's not like it's going to be dark at that point. It'll be perfect light to go up and hang out. So good. You've got some great sponsors, some great vendors, some great people behind it. Where are you at in getting it all done? I know first year it's nerve-wracking, and how far is it for you guys? So for us, I'm so spoiled with the reunion being 5 miles from my house. Is it a pretty good trek for you guys? I mean, Salt Lake to Moab is.
It's about a 3.5 hour drive for us to get down there. So not too bad. We've made a couple trips down there at this point to meet with people and get things set up. I feel like we're coming along pretty well progress wise. We've got a few things we still need to nail down, but man, I mean, the C10 communities come out in force to support us. UP Car Parts has come in big as our title sponsor. GSI, Fessler, Black Widow Exhaust is donating some mufflers to our charity raffle. TPD Hi-Fi and Morel have partnered to donate a kick panel speaker set to us. Man, those are the most beautiful sounding speakers. I've got them in the Suburban. But Cotton Customs, Grinder TV, LS Fab, Engineer Vintage, CPP, Kindigit Design, Nate Pierce, the photographer, is going to throw in a photo shoot. He's going to do a fun thing on Sunday morning. He wants to get a group of guys together and cruise into Arches, Sunrise, and do some sunrise photo shoots for people. So we're really excited for that, for have Nate Pierce here to be shooting his photography and offering that. So Beltec Suspension has come in, wants to donate some product. Precision Replacement Parts has given us a door sill. Mr. G's Classic Parts. It's been humbling to see how many people want to get behind this and a good cause and and get involved with a cool show.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be fun. So, what about hotels? Is there a hotel, a host hotel? Is there? I mean, being in Moab a few different times, I mean, there's a lot of different hotels that are kind of all over. Is there one that you're recommending? Can they stay
So
at the Cowboy Cookout if they want to be up there? What are they?
yeah,
What are they
they
looking at?
can. Yeah,
So, yeah, there's the Red Cliffs, which is 14 miles away from the park. Arches is our host hotel. Arches Inn.
the archway in right at the
Archway
beginning
Inn.
of town is our, not necessarily the host hotel, but we've got a group right there. If you use code C10 Retreat, you can save a little bit of money on the hotel there. We also have a block of 15 cabins that we've reserved at the Sun Outdoors Arches Gateway. It's actually a campground. They've got some Airstream trailers there, but we've got some nice cabins that people can stay in. Best rates in town. Some of them go as low as $86 a night. So, and we wanted to have different options like that throughout the town because we've heard back from people saying, "Hey, Moab's kind of expensive." It doesn't have to be. There's ways to stay in Moab.
I mean,
There's camping and all sorts of different options.
Yeah, you can even tent it up off the Canes Creek. You can even pitch a tent out on the side of the river if you want.
Yeah, stay away from the cliffs.
Yeah, don't go out of cliffs.
Too soon. Too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you said that the cabins, there's 15 and they're reasonable, less than 100 a night.
Mhm.
For truck guys, if I'm bringing the wife, I want it to be pretty nice. If it's just me, by the time I'm about passed out, I just want a place to shower,
Yeah.
crash,
Yeah,
and then not
right.
listen to John snore too much. Yeah, and then I guess the biggest thing that I think people don't think about, but we think about the night of, is safety of the vehicles. Is that something where when you think about these places, you're like, hey, we just want to make sure that we're parking our stuff in safe places.
So Moab, they have a show down there called the April Action Car Show. So there's a lot of high dollar rigs that come down to that one too. That's in April. So there's a lot of high dollar stuff down there. I mean, the Jeep Safari brings some high dollar vehicles down as well, So as far as like safety and like fearing that your truck's going to be nabbed during the night, I personally don't feel any concern with that. It's a small town.
Yeah, but the sheriff's going to be shit-faced on Friday
Yeah,
night
well,
because he's going to be hanging out with us and checking out freaking Sarah Losh. He's going to be like, yes, man, guys, I don't know about this Mike guy, but I like these Losh Tubbs, if you know what I mean.
No, I feel it's a pretty secure town. I don't think you need to worry about anything walking off or anything because, like I say, it's pretty low key.
It's a small town. It's kind of a hippie outdoors town. It's a very chill vibe and very, very low crime rates in Moab. So not anything I worry about either.
Okay, so 350 to 400 trucks. You do have a few hotels. Is that on the website? The hotels and the link to those hotel to the Archway C10 Retreat. Use that code. Do you know what that nightly rate is at the Archway?
I do not know off the top of my head. I want to say it was about 250 or
211 and 250, somewhere around in that ballpark.
And that's with the C10 Retreat with the juice off. Okay.
Unfortunately, it's kind of pricey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, if it's nice, and then the cabins are, let's just say, are they 100 a night?
$86 a night for the cheapest ones. They have the cheapest ones are camping cabins. They don't have any bedding or bathrooms
So you
in
have
the
to
cabin.
bring stuff to sleep with.
Yeah, but in the deluxe cabins, you have bedding and a bathroom. Those ones are about $160 a night. But like I said, there's options all around. There's Sand Flats Recreation Center, just 2 minutes outside of town. That is $20 a night to camp there. It's by the world-renowned Slick Rock Bike Trail, and it's a beautiful location as well. So we're telling people bring your tent.
But you're going to tent camp it. You still have to reserve. So you're going to there is places out there you can just go pitch a tent randomly, but like those spots, you have to put out a booking reservation. You can't just show up and expect a spot, especially in a place like Moab, because it is a high traffic recreational area that's going to bring in a lot of those campers, So you're if you're going to think about like doing the offsite camping, like Chase was saying, look on
so Sand Flats is first come, first served.
Yeah.
They don't do reservations there. They do have group sites that are available. They start at $60, and those ones you can rent in advance. But single sites are first come, first serve. So
From a vendor perspective, Are you having security on Friday night? Do you want vendors in on Friday day? Vendors go in, they park their trucks there, and then you'll have security, or how are you doing that?
They will be able to park right around the park, right on the shoulder of the park. We're going to shut down the roads right around the park the morning of the park, and everybody will be setting up quite early.
On Saturday then.
On Saturday morning, yes.
Okay, so you're gonna have vendors set up Saturday morning, so don't party too much at the Cowboy Saloon on Friday night.
You can still party. You gotta roll with the big dogs, man.
That's right. What time are you gonna set up? What time does vendor setup start on Saturday morning, and what time does the show open for vehicles and open for Gen Pop?
Vendors will have out there as early as 6 a.m. so that they can have about an hour to kind of get their stuff set up. We're going to start opening the gates at 7 a.m. for trucks to come in and start parking.
So we'll have that flying.
Mhm.
And then what about like foot traffic? Just same? Just somebody who's just coming in to hang out, they're gonna be about 7 o'clock.
7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
saw you got-
at 9 to 4 is the show. We'll do our raffle at 3 o'clock. We've put together some really bitchin' awards. I'll let Beau talk about the awards. He's been working his butt off on those.
So yeah, well, I don't want to divulge too much on the awards. I want them to be kind of a surprise, but we are doing something that's a local S vibe. I found this company out of Moab, Utah that sandblast mini arches. So they're arches, and I found some redwood cut cedar I'm going to use for the base. So we're making unique to Utah awards for the truck show. We're hoping to have 10 top trucks, picks, just local, like I say, trying to keep it all local and really unique to Moab with the Red Rock arches. So I'm really stoked on those because yeah, they're going to be iconic to the show, unique, different,
Yeah, I like that. That'd be super cool. I saw you had Debo on the cover of the Friday night art. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's my man, Jake Dominguez.
He's our diamond.
And actually a big announcement with Jake Dominguez. When we were down at Dino's, his dad, Jake Sr., went over to Los Presidentes area and got on the microphone, and we have an official taco sponsor for our show. Jake Dominguez Sr. is going to be bringing the tacos to the show. So I'm calling you out, Jake, if you're listening. We're expecting that. Everybody's going to be having tacos on Jake.
Taco Man Jake. On the scene,
so Jake Sr. is taking care of taco night.
Yes. That's right, Jake Sr. He's the man.
Senior.
And that is going to be what, like Saturday, 5 o'clock?
That'll be Saturday all day during the show. We'll just have him cooking over there at our Utah tent, and
he's selling the taco stand.
Anybody that wants to get a taco, just like
a lot of carne asada, El Pastor.
That's right.
Some pollo. So what about Saturday night? Are you gonna, at 5 o'clock everybody break and do your own thing, or do you have anything planned? Or
we're trying to keep it really just like the natural, we like to call it the natural occurrence. Everybody breaks, you find a parking lot and drink beer on the tailgate. Just kind of, you want to go here and party, there's what, 3 or 4 bars local in Moab.
Yeah, there's some cool bars right there on Main Street. Listen, we've done the after party before. By 5 o'clock that day, I'm going to be dead. We always do the after party. I stay till 3 o'clock in the morning until I'm dragging Biggie out of the bar. It's not a good scene. Somebody goes missing. We're not going to take responsibility for that and liability at this.
Well, 2 things I got going for you. Or number 1, since we're doing 2. Number 1, you're 100% correct. Because it's just let guys gonna do the natural occurrence. I love that. Hey,
it's the best.
We planned 2 or 3 things for you. At this point, you've got if you want to party all night and be late to Nate Pierce's sunrise arch photography, that's on you, because we know Biggie's not going to show and Amanda's not going to drag him out of bed.
I don't know, that dude can roll and he can get up.
Yeah, they're not going to show up if they get going. The other thing is, do we have to bring our own beer with the right amount of alcohol, or does Moab serve the right amount of alcohol?
No, we're big boys now. We can handle the adult beer nowadays.
They changed the law,
upgraded us. Yeah, we've been upgraded from 3.2 beer. Graham County actually has some better liquor laws too, that you can buy beer 24 hours a day there.
They're a little bit more loose
nice.
Because they're more, I guess you could say, world seasoned. A lot of worldly travelers go to Moab. Yeah. It's like a out of Utah experience in Utah.
Yeah, for the audience to understand that Moab's obviously world renowned, so their legislature, their council realized that we want the We want the real beer, not the near beer.
Yeah,
You drink all night long, and you're like, how come I don't have a buzz on? I'm just pissing.
yeah.
Because you're
And
drinking
that's what we
water
need to
with a
start
little bit of
slipping
flavor.
Biggie. We need to start giving Biggie all the near beer.
Yeah, and that might keep him rolling a little bit
Yeah,
longer.
we might need to do that. So, well, man, I think we've hit everything. I'm super stoked. You guys are doing a great job. I mean, obviously, throw out to Schultz Design. You guys are just killer work, killer stuff. The Canva's working good. I talked to Chase. I was like, you're doing a great job of just continuing to push it out. And I always tell people, you just can't go back. You want to go to the first year of these shows, and the first year is usually the best year, and it's just one of those things where it's a little more intimate. And I would say that if you don't make it the first year, your first year is probably then the new like if you go to the second year or the third year, well, your first year is becomes the best. So you kind of want to look at that when things are a little bit smaller, because if you're 300, 350, it's going to be 450, and then it's, then you're going to, before you know it, you're going to be like, hey, hey, Sheriff, we got to find a bigger spot. We got to
Yeah.
close down some of these
Yeah.
streets because we got 400 or 500 people that are going to want to get up there. But nonetheless, we'll take it 1 year at a time.
Sir.
Cool. Anything else to throw out there? I mean, again, January 1st, do you have a time on that? Like, what time are we looking at?
January 1st at noon Mountain Standard Time. We are at exactly an hour after C10's in the park. So C10's in the park is going to sell out in 4 minutes. For all of you that don't get in, head over to the C10 Retreat website. We got you.
Yeah, that's fun. And usually we do January 1st as well. And for whatever reason, we bumped it to December 1st. So for you guys listening, I think we're going to bump it up to the max this year. I think we can do 750 for the reunion. And I think we're under 200 left. So we're pretty excited about that. But again, we're not moving. We're staying there. We've got some different ideas for how we can jam everything into that small little spot. But you've got C10 in the trailer. C10's in the trailer park January 1st at noon Texas time or 11 Texas time, and then you guys will be 12/1/12, right? So Mountain Standard Time,
Right.
and it'll be good. So we'll make sure we push this out. We'll put it out to the world, and we'll help you however we can. And just looking forward to getting up there and beautiful, Moab, Utah in May. And again, I don't know how cold it is in May. I know the Easter Jeep Safari, which Easter can move around a lot. When I went, it was probably like the 10th of April or something like that, and it was cold as hell.
May's nice. Average temperature around that time of year about 83 degrees. So it should
Okay.
be perfect.
Might
Well,
have
just
some
hell isn't very cold, so it was just cold. I'll just leave it at that. It was cold. But so May, we'll be checking the weather because like Arizona, I'm sure Moab's kind of the same. Where once the sun goes down, it gets a little crisp. So maybe a long sleeve, pack some jeans or something. But for the most part, 83, you've got nice shorts and shirt weather.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else, Beau? Hayden, ready to go?
Oh, Hayden's ready. We're actually going to hit your show up.
Yeah, hell yeah. I guess I will get
Very-
to see you guys beforehand, so we'll get to see you at the reunion. We love seeing the Utah guys. You guys bring it hard. Yeah, and speaking of Jake Jr. and Jake Sr. and Debo coming down, so yeah. What about the beer truck? Is Mama gonna have the beer truck out there at the Moab show?
I think for sure we'll get Grandpa Bud's down there and we'll get the new Suburban down there. I don't know if we'll get Stella down there. I'd love to. I love Stella. But it all comes down to maybe finding somebody who can tow 2 trucks down there for me. So
Yeah.
still working out the logistics. And you're going to have Big Sky there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Big Sky there. Same thing in a perfect world, I guess. I would love to tow Orange Slice with Big Sky all the way up there. It seems like a lot, but I don't know. We'll see. But definitely just get Big Sky up there. The more Beau's talking about these campgrounds, I've got it. My old camper, my old just truck bed camper. I was like, that would be fun, but I would probably really have to lock it up good because I just have a feeling like 4 guys would end up trying to mess with me all night long. And I just like that warm shower at night and waking up in the morning. So
We're too old for the camping stuff anymore.
yeah. And maybe I'll put that camper on for the show so I could put a bunch of stuff in it. But either way, yeah, we've got 5 months away and we're looking forward to it. So we'll help you however push it. And again, I like the idea. You've got CK behind you on getting some people in print. You've got great vendors, sloshes behind you coming out. And I think these, again, these smaller mom and pop style shows, especially in these intimate settings, it's just going to be the thing. We're really going to see people where it's like, oh, I want to drive my truck. I don't want to just sit around and talk at truck shows. Well, you're going to drive your truck there if you want. If you want to drive your truck to Moab, drive it partially, however you want to do it, and then drive around Moab and have that 1 to 2 days of driving. And then, have a break and break bread and beer and, alcohol with your friends. And some are new, some are old, and you'll meet new ones. So it's a good time to be had.
Yeah, and then yeah, definitely. I mean, and the beautiful thing about that is, like I say, then the old ladies can walk to town and shop. I mean, Swanee Park's only what, 5 minutes from town, so for all the mamas out there that want to go out and not kick at the show, they can go downtown and shop. I mean, it's a perfect, like I say, dude. I'm pretty stoked about this. I think it's a perfect setting for our atmosphere.
Good.
It's family. It's everything you want in one little perfect town.
And giving back,
Yep.
doing the right thing in our community, not
Giving
making
back.
a penny off the back of our community, but giving it back to charity and the place it should be.
Yeah, love it. Give back. And Beau's got a great point. If you want to bring your wife, your girlfriend, your wife's girlfriend, whatever, she can go shop and you can run around the trucks and have a good time. So, and eat tacos with Jake Sr. and have a good time on Friday night. So we'll be in touch, fellas. We appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time. The C10 Red Rock Retreat coming at you May 17th, 2025. Thanks, fellas.
Peace out.
Thank you.
Thanks.